is there anything to Darnell Nurse trade rumors? I guess
No.
you can talk with anybody about anything, but what kind of substance is there?
No, zero.
Yeah.
No, and I don't think you would mind me I don't normally out my sources. In this case, Stan Mulman just said there's nothing to this. It's just a wild time of year. Darnell Nurse is a big part of this team's success to this point and moving forward. And there's nothing more of that. They don't have any interest in trading Darnell Nurse. I mean, the reason it makes some sense is because we can obviously see some of the holes throughout that lineup. And you've got Evan Bouchard, who's in need of contract extension. And the numbers speculated are somewhere between $10.5 and $11 million per, right? So now you've got $20 million committed to two defensemen in Nurse and in Evan Bouchard. So I think it's just the mathematics which fuels the speculation behind this. As for Evander Kane, I mean, this guy's going to get sand kicked on him until his career is over. And some of that is earned because of his reputation, because of some of the stuff that he's done across the league. But I think for the most part, he was a model citizen in Edmonton. And when he was healthy enough to contribute, and he did up to the Stanley Cup final, I thought that he was an effectful player. Sure, I do. Yeah. I mean, first 3 rounds, he provided that element of speed. He generated some offense. He was physical. The verbal jousting was next level, according to the National Hockey League, from him and others. But just flat out, hold on a sec.
Not Ray Ferraro, a cohort of yours who, spent some time between benches and maybe hears some of that stuff. I shouldn't have brought up his name. I feel bad. I take it back.
No, it wasn't Ray.
Okay.
It wasn't. But it reached a point between those two clubs in the Stanley Cup final where I think the league had to say to the coaches, all right, enough.
That's right. Yeah.
Enough's enough. Let's pause it out here a little, fellas, because somebody's going to get caught on camera and it's going to be, or on mic, a hot mic.
Between Marchand and Chuck and Kane and Corey Perry.
You can imagine. Look good on anyone or anyone involved in this Stanley Cup final. It's going to get a twisted. Everyone will be commenting on that instead of the hockey.
Yeah. No, I feel for the people like you, Dregs, and you got to sift through all of this stuff, because as soon as I saw Darnell Nurse, stuff, it's 9.25. Really? How? Okay. Yeah. Well, and I guess for you kind of have to. Do you have to go down all those paths, or do you use your own intuition and think it's horse shit, or what do you do there?
Well, both, right? And I outed my source immediately only because I know that if it's wrong, he would want that corrected on record and publicly. That's where you start. When you get, a rumor of that magnitude, you start at the top of the food chain. Yeah. And if you don't get an answer back, well, then you start sifting around and you go to the agent and all of that kind of stuff. So I get it. Look, and I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't be checking in on all things being speculated this time of year. That's where we're at. I mean, we're going into round 1 of the NHL draft. We've seen some significant trades to this point. Undoubtedly, we're going to see more as today unfolds. And if not today, then certainly Saturday, tomorrow. I mean, the draft on Saturday is always a breeding ground for significant trades. And then you've got free agency around the corner. So, there are bad rumors, the odd bad scoop here or there, but that's what social media is. That's what we do in media in general. But whenever possible, you obviously have to sort through it, sift through it, and verify.
Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.